Shodredux's
Video game
commentaries. Geez, I know a lot of you guys wanted this commentary, but I wanted to finish the ice cream first, okay? 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 Of course, in all seriousness though, guys, I am providing another video commentary for you guys because there was a newly released weapon, the PDW-R. And before I get into the specifics of the weapon, I'm going to name some of the people that actually suggested the video. The first person that left a comment on my YouTube channel regrets nothing. No, that's his name, regrets nothing. That's it. I have a few regrets, but that's not what we're here to talk about. Okay, moving on. The next person that suggested the video actually gave me a PM on the Battlefield Play4free forums, and their name is 1337-Ganner, with a 4 instead of an A. And the last person is just a random shout out. It's going to Stormcaller, because he has an awesome name and it makes me think of this picture right here. Yeah. A guy's face for a cloud. With that being said, it's now on to the PDW-R weapon. The PDW-R is a compact rifle that is available for the engineer class as a primary weapon. The total amount of ammunition for the PDW-R is 100, and it's 25 bullets per magazine. So you actually get 4 magazines for the base gun in total. The reload time for the PDW-R seems to be a little bit higher than average, so it's about 3.2 seconds for reload time. The total amount of damage per bullet that the PDW-R can do at close range ranges between the low to mid 20s. At medium ranges, I've seen it average from 17 to 21 damage, and from longer ranges, it seems to stay at around 11 to 15 damage. Of course, if you're just busting headshots, that's a different story. Dealing damage via headshots at close range, it takes 2 bullets. At medium ranges, it takes 3 shots to the head, maybe 4. And at long ranges, can take from 4 to 5 shots to the head to take out your enemy. The PDW-R does have some extremely high recoil, actually probably the highest out of all the submachine guns and compact rifles for your engineer class, whether you're firing hipfire or aiming down sight. After the first 3 shots with the PDW-R, it can have a pretty wide spread after that. So unless you're right up on your enemy, it's probably a good idea to aim down sight whenever possible and to do burst shots at extreme ranges. The PDW-R has the similar recoil as the AUG does, where if you keep firing, it tends to go up and to the right. So a lot of the people that actually like using the AUG, I think you'll feel right at home if you have a assault and engineer class combo, or if you have them both unlocked. I can see a lot of people feeling right at home with this weapon as being a good substitute for their AUG. Just don't expect it to do the same amount of damage at further ranges. Of course, ideally, the PDW-R is definitely well suited for close quarters combat. It's not meant to be used as a medium to long range rifle, so you will find yourself falling short in those types of scenarios. However, if you do find yourself being forced in those types of engagements, you definitely want to do burst shots, maybe 2-3 shots at most at longer distances. I like the overall design of the PDW-R. It's definitely a cool looking design with its day glow sights. It's a nice added touch. I can see the PDW-R being used for scenarios when you're actually an engineer that stays inside of a vehicle most of the time, and the only reason why is because if somebody gets up close to you, you can take them out really quick with this compact rifle. So instead of using your shotgun for those closer engagements, this would be your next go-to, I would say. The base weapon itself doesn't really have anything outstanding, setting itself apart from the other compact rifles or submachine guns that are available for your engineer class. But like I said, it does have one negative aspect, and that it does have extremely high recoil and the force of the recoil as well when being fired. but the recoil is also very similar to the AUG's recoil, where it goes up and to the right. So like I said, some of you AUG users that really like using that gun, you'll definitely feel right at home with this one as well. Just make sure you're in closer engagements rather than medium or far ones, because you will fall short in that aspect. Even though you only get 25 bullets per magazine, the average amount of kills that I tend to stay around was around, I would say, 2 to 3 kills before I had to reload each time, so which is pretty good. However, you only do get 100 bullets in total, so you can find yourself running out of ammo pretty quickly with this compact rifle. Of course, aiming down sight with the PDW-R is pretty standard. It's the same speed and quickness that you have with every other compact and submachine gun that you have for your engineer class. Of course, this is definitely not a weapon you want to get into a offensive assault with. This is something for more of course, defensive purposes. That's why it's called a personal defense weapon. So this is just a gun you would look to help and support your team, and you want to stick with your team when using this gun, especially on the smaller maps like Sharky and Basra. Of course, if set up with the right attachments, this gun could probably be even more devastating than just the base gun itself. Of course, you would want some type of stock that would be able to stabilize some of the recoil a little bit, and something that will increase the ammo amount considerably. When jumping and firing with this rifle, hip fire, it's completely inaccurate, but if you aim down sight, you can stay moderately accurate at close range. So, of course, if you have to jump around a corner and get the drop on your enemy, and you know that they're pretty close to you, you can get away with aiming down sight and firing at them in the air and being able to kill them. One of the things I noticed is, the reload time isn't actually what kills you. It's just the amount of frequent reloads that you have to do is what can get you into some serious trouble. So make sure that you find spots that you can take cover and hide behind before you reload again to help your teammates out. However, if you're forced into a scenario where you're going it alone, you just want to take your time, take the enemies out, hide behind cover, reload, and repeat, and further advance if you think the move is necessary. My final thoughts on the PDW-R, it's nothing super stellar. I mean, it's a pretty average submachine gun or compact rifle that just seems to play very similar to the AUG for the assault class. So for those of you that are AUG fans, I can see you liking this for your engineer class if you have one. Just the only negative aspect with the PDW-R that's really a detriment to it is the fact that it does have some really high force on the recoil up and over to the right. So just keep that in mind when using it. Alrighty guys, that's all I have for the PDW-R. Thanks for suggesting the videos, guys, and I'll see you all next time. Before I go though, just want to announce again, guys, that I actually have my website up. It's actually Shodredux.net. On there I post some cool stuff about games that are on sale or anything I might find interesting. Also, for your guys' awesome support, I now have the available means to have some giveaways for you guys for scoring some free games. All you have to do is just check out the website every once in a while and see if there's a listed contest on the home page. With that being said, go check it out, and I'll see you all next time.